Hey everybody, Hoosier Jedi here with another review for you. This time I'm talking the Arrow episode, Star City Slayer. Honestly, I was not terribly impressed by this episode. I found it kind of a snooze. I mean, I was literally listening to the episode in the background and reading a book on my Kindle. That's just how disinterested I was in this episode. And you can kind of boil this episode down to just a few very basic things. The future storyline is incredibly predictable and full of stuff that basically the fans all guessed a long time ago. Uh, honestly, the better thing this episode was the conflict between John and Curtis, and I do like that this was resolved by them just talking about it like mature adults. And yeah, John's disappointed by Curtis's choice, but he respects Curtis for the choice he's made and doesn't hold it against him. Again, they're acting like two reasonable adult men who are having a important disagreement, but they're not letting it get in the way of their friendship. Cool. The whole Star City Slayer thing, okay, I'm glad they're kind of tying up the subplot with Stanley. And I got to give that actor credit. He really did a great job. I mean, he was really going full on there. But you can see that Stanley is just whacked out of his mind. And it's kind of hard not to sympathize with him given such a lousy background. And I think that people have said that the whole correction thing is a reference to The Shining. I don't know if that's the original one with Jack Nicholson, which I have seen, but that was like when I was in high school. Not that I was actually alive when in high school when The Shining was originally released. I'm not exactly a spring chicken, but I'm not that old. I just happened to watch it on TV when I was in high school. And then there was that one TV remake they made years ago where they changed the axe to a croquet mallet, which is how it was in the book, but still, I don't know. But yeah, that stuff was honestly not super interesting. It did kind of come around in the end, but a lot of this episode is just William being a little asshole. I mean, they do make a good point that Oliver and Felicity have failed pretty spectacularly at giving William a normal life. And yeah, William's grandparents are pretty rude, but again, if William wants a normal life, he's not going to get it with Oliver and Felicity, and that's just how it is. And, you know, getting caught up in Oliver's life is what got their daughter killed. So, yeah, they're not exactly the most polite people in this situation, but they do make a reasonably good point that, yeah, William is just never going to have that normal life with Oliver and Felicity. But still, just William's constant passive-aggressive behavior this episode, I mean, you would think that he would kind of realize, like, look, Oliver sending him away to boarding school, I mean, that is also trying to give him a reasonably normal life. But he just throws that away and decides to be a little shit about it. I mean, he does have reasons to be upset with Oliver, but Oliver is doing everything in his power to try and reason with William, trying to get him to say, like, William, what's going on? Talk to me. And William just being a total jerk about it. Now, okay, that's not unreasonable for a teenager, but still, it really robs William of his ability to be sympathetic, because Oliver has demonstrated time and again that he will do anything for his son, and you would think that William would be a little bit more sympathetic to Oliver's position. I mean, alright, I could ramble on about this for quite a while, but I'm not going to. So, honestly, I think that covers everything I had to say with this episode. Not the worst episode of the series ever, but disappointing on a lot of levels, predictable on a lot of levels, and while I get what they were trying to do with William, they just ultimately made him seem like an ungrateful little punk. So guys, I'm going to call that here. Sorry that the schedule has not been so great lately. This is kind of a weird period in my life where I'm just sort of really trying to figure out like how to get a lot of things in order in my life. So anyway, I'm going to call it here, guys. So until next time, take care and have a good one.